Dance. So I heard that Edgar C was gonna pick up FIFA 22.
You are?
Hey, I keep seeing all the glitching on it, and I feel like, damn, I'm missing out on all these fantastic glitches. I gotta check it out.
Well, they had,
I want to see the managers walk across the field and then the goalkeeper turn inside out.
so they
Rumor
got
has
that's
it-
why they call it Gaio Glitchy.
Rumor has it that Bingham's actually good in the game.
Hey, oh no!
Oh my God!
Don't buy the game, guys. Don't buy the
Did you
game.
say bingo?
You know what's 22 backwards?
Mm.
22. Welcome to Dudes Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie. As always, well, I can't say that because you bitch ass wasn't here last week.
No, we got a Lobos. Always had a Lobos.
Always had
As
a Lobos.
always,
Okay.
as always, you got Lobos.
All right. I'm gonna start with as always have a Lobos. Willis. Say what up, Willis.
Yo. Yee.
And Edgar's making himself a familiar face here. Edgar,
Edgar,
how are you
Edgar.
like facing forward and your jersey still, the back of your jersey still visible?
It's like a black hole, man. It refracts like the way you look at things. So you're actually looking at the back of the black hole, but you're looking at the front at the same time. It's
Dude, you know
weird
what,
shit,
dude? You always mention black holes like here and there. Like porn is a bad addiction, bro. We're gonna talk about it later. And returning, Bryant.
It's a beautiful
Returning.
addiction.
Oh yeah, they returned this week.
Yeah, you did return, right?
Return of
With
the
your
Knights.
returning butt.
Yeah. And a very, very, very special guest, man. He's gonna give you a word here and there. You know, it might be a little shy. Show him some love. This is actually my nephew. That's how old I am. Look at that guy, Big Jacob. Say what's up to Big J. Jay, say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, everybody? You heard that was for
To
everybody.
all three people watching.
That's three more words than I ever heard him say.
Yeah, seriously. First off, how you guys feeling, man? It's Sunday. You know, it was not the day you'd want this kind of thing to happen because we got to work. But like, how you guys feeling overall? How you doing, Edgar?
I'm a little frustrated, bro. The Niners lost. The Dodgers couldn't catch the Giants. And then I sat down to be like, you know what? Let me drown my sorrows in some Galaxy football, and
Bad idea.
That was your mistake.
I feel numb as always, and it's like go start at the Lincoln Park, man. I feel kind of numb.
What is how you doing, brother?
I'm good. It's a Sunday fun day. Had fun with my dog. She's annoying as hell, but just reminds me of the Galaxy. I keep coming back.
Damn.
You still love him. You still
I
love him.
still love him, no matter what.
No matter how bad Chicha is. I mean,
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Say again.
I'm just kidding. Well, I already know how Jacob and Brian are, so I don't go fuck about them. But yeah, man, on a Sunday, here we go. El Trafico, El Tragico,
El Trágico.
and we're gonna get into it in a minute, but I feel it lived up to the name El Tragico. Right?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. We're not getting into the game now. I want to ask this to Willis and Edgar. You guys got to watch this from home. Obviously, we get the atmosphere. You guys don't.
Yeah.
Did it feel like a Trafico?
I feel
TV?
like a watered down version of Trafico.
Yeah.
I mean, not just because of the way the action on the field. It was bad. It was ugly football, but it just didn't have the same buzz, the same sense of anticipation. It was, I mean, obviously the two teams coming in look, I mean, they're doing bad, but
You think that has something to do with it, though?
I think so.
I think it's exactly how I felt.
Okay.
I think that had something to do
I
with
just
it.
wanted to see how it was from TV, but and you know, there at the stadium, there was some kind of special, you know, energy flowing around because there wasn't just a game; there was somebody getting honored, somebody
Oh yes.
that well deserved.
Oh, yeah.
And now check it out. If you're an old fan of the show, you know it, you love it. It's time for
El pinche Loran.
So Donovan gets honored, bro. He gets his fucking statue, man. 35 million people talked before they unveiled it, but pretty much they said he was a Babe Ruth. He was the Wayne Gretzky of American soccer, bro. And it's hard to disagree, dude. It was dope, man. It was dope to be there. It was dope to see. Well deserved. I don't think any of us are gonna
Yeah.
deny that, right?
One of the things that stuck out to me that Joe Tino had said was that he was the one that kept the league afloat, mainly bringing attention to the league. He stayed here, saying that I want to grow this league, and he was a big part of it, especially being an American player who was wanted by other European teams. That's beautiful.
Well, that's him being the pioneer, because I think we even said it as it happened that we were surprised that he wouldn't stay in Europe, right? He would always just get the summer loan or the winter loan for 2 to 3 months and then just come back to the Galaxy. And ultimately, I mean, he paid the ultimate price where it weighed on his body where he couldn't go anymore. But dude, he was, and at least to me, still is Captain America. He embodies it to the T.
Sure.
Embodies it to the T. Where I know a lot of people see Claudio Reyna as Captain America, but to me, for my generation, for what I see, what he did for not just the country, for this league, I feel that for that reason, he is the one and only Captain America.
I mean, he popularized Captain America.
Yeah.
Us a lot on this podcast will know who they call Claudio Captain America, but
No, I know, and I totally understand it too. I get it.
yeah, but popularized was Donovan. Donovan changed the game, dude.
He changed exactly.
You can ask
Yeah.
my nephew, which the guy has a 2 in front of the year he was born. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows who Landon Donovan is, right?
Oh hell yeah! Met him a long time ago.
Nice.
That signing he took me to.
Yeah, my boy didn't even have pubes.
He had no views.
He still doesn't. They're on his face, but you know.
He got some just in the wrong places.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, that's more than you though.
Eee,
Oh.
Damn. Facts on facts on facts. Get going.
Last time
Fuck
he's
you,
on-
Uncle Eddie.
Anyways, nah, man, but it was cool, man. It was some of the like stats that Tino read. He broke the record for MLS goals. It was broken by fuck that fool. Still assist leader in the league. U.S. national team was tied. His goal scoring record was tied. Not broken yet. Or won't be broken.
Will not be
anytime
broken.
soon.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah, assist as well. Fucking 3 MLS Cups with the Galaxy. Bro, come on, man. Fucking legend, dude. Most. That was fucking Thanos, bro. Yes, all of them. I mean,
And that memorable one that we all remember. Do you remember where you were? That 2000, 2010.
2011.
2011, bro.
2011.
In the rain against Houston.
Yeah.
I was in the North.
Oh no, I'm talking about the U.S. World Cup.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
2010.
World Cup 2010 against
2010.
Algeria.
Yep. I think we all remember that call.
Yeah.
I remember it because I woke up just to watch that game.
Yeah. That was like fake, bro.
Yeah, but that's when I felt that was the time where he put the MLS on the map.
Raise your hand if you remember Donovan scoring on Mexico in World Cup 2002.
Oh man,
I was like,
I don't remember that.
That was awesome. Yeah, no. That was like because Landon Donovan was already a figure in the league, but that was the first time I think he ever got that kind of attention on the worldwide scale.
International.
Because the U.S. was doing things that nobody else expected them to do, especially after what a horrible, dismal performance in '98. And here comes Landon Donovan and Clint Mathis and Brad Friedel and all these guys, and especially Landon Donovan, the way he came out. I mean, that guy has so much fire. And then, a few years later, he's wearing the green and gold with the LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you knew we were getting a special guy, but nobody had any idea of just how special it was going to be because it was a big deal signing at the time. Like we said, underneath it all, Landon Donovan was dealing with some personal issues that he's been vocal about in recent years. But it just so happened that while he was having issues going over to Europe, his skills, the fact that he wanted to feel more comfortable at home, it all lent itself and it all came together for the LA Galaxy to build what would become one of the greatest dynasties in MLS. So, and he's our guy. He's our guy.
And the thing that's pretty amazing is that he's basically that player that revolutionized that. So the players that we have now in the U.S. So there's only comparisons. Oh, he's the next Donovan. Like,
You know what you
what
call
is
him?
it?
The blueprint.
Yeah,
That was the
so
blueprint.
he's
Ooh,
basically-
I like that name.
Next hoe.
Yeah, so
Damn.
he's, you know,
Oh, baby.
and
Oh.
like Edgar said,
Oh.
like Edgar said, he's ours. He's our Landon. He's our legend. Can't say legend
Love
without
it.
LD.
I love it. So
Here's
how
the
was
thing. The thing, the comparison to Gretzky is interesting because the Edmonton Oilers can play a huge claim to Wayne Gretzky because he had his best years with the Oilers.
he never
But
paints it?
Landon Donovan, though, he did all that amazing stuff with us. Yeah, he did all that stuff with the Earthquakes, but you know what? He really made a name of himself with us. And even to this day, Earthquakes fans will start talking crap with the Galaxy, and you bring up Landon Donovan, and they get conflicted because without him, they wouldn't have those 2 cups.
Facts.
Yep.
Damn.
Earthquake Smurf flick. Fuck them.
All right. You guys want to move
Anyways, how was the atmosphere there at that time, guys?
Yeah, tell
Eddie,
us, guys.
on?
What was going on in that corner of the stadium?
You know what? I'll be totally honest. It was bad. It was they dropped the ball. Like,
Oh, don't tell me that,
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah. I mean, Brian, you were there.
I don't know about drop the ball.
They started.
of course-
They started an hour late. It was hot. They had 4,300 people talking on the podium.
That's one thing I didn't like at all. They had Vladney come in and talk. They had Gabber come up and talk. They had Klein, who got booed, by the way,
But what do you expect?
come up and talk. And they all said the same thing. Just to unveil the Landon Donovan statue.
They should have just had Joel Totino go up there and talk, and he would have done
That's
a
what I
much
said.
better job than everybody.
He
Just
did.
him by himself. Just him by himself.
It was, and he was the first one up there. Very well spoken man. And everybody else after that said basically the same thing, just in different words. And got booed. Aside from that, I mean, there was a little hype in the stadium just because of that.
I got there like 30 minutes late probably. And I met you guys there.
Yeah.
They're still talking.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I don't like the whole talking forever just to unveil a statue.
Well,
Even
I'll
the-
tell you
even
this.
everybody that was there was chanting, "Shows the statue! Shut up already!"
I'll tell you this. On TV, all you could see was G's fans, so I loved it.
Which is funny.
Let's go,
Because
guys.
right in front of us, there was a Levas couple.
Oh yeah.
And then when Joe Totino said, "The home of the 5-time champion," I yelled out, "Hey, you heard that?" And then look back.
What is this?
That's the definition of a leva right there, man.
So
Those people probably had season tickets before at the Galaxy.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're probably right. But hey,
Absolutely.
who am I to judge? Whatever. It's cool. Let's get on to it.
I bet you,
Let's
let's
get
go on,
on to
let's
the
go on,
game.
let's go on.
Yeah, let's get on to the game, guys. Let's get on to the game.
all right. So that means we're good, right?
game.
Yeah, you said it was cool.
All right.
Let's
So-
just keep going.
So that concludes the segment of
El
Pinche
pinche
Donovan.
Donovan.
Oh, it feels good to say that, right? We haven't been able to say that in a very long time. Very long time.
And we miss you, Donovan, especially in this game.
Oh yes.
Yeah, for real. Oh
miss-
man.
I also
Much needed.
miss our winning ways. All right, so LA Galaxy came into this game with a 3-game losing streak, which is the longest losing streak we had all season.
Would it let us, man?
We did our midweek show. We kind of knew how we felt going into this game, but the lineup came up all of a sudden. Surprise, surprise! No 2 strikers. Let me see. Who do I like right now? Willis. You saw this lineup. Feelings going in.
It's just same thing, same feelings,
Maybe I should read it
same
out first, right?
same thing, same lineup, right?
Read it out for us, please.
Let's go. Of course, the one we all love, the one we can't live without, Bondi at
I can't live
goal.
without him.
I can't live without him. Can you? No, you can't. Are you still breathing? Good, because of Bond. Thank you. So, Bondi at goal. Yes. Araujo, the one, the only, the baby, Jules. Let's go. Right back. Koulibaly, Depew, and Nico Felcher at the left.
Ooh.
The one, the only, El Capitan, with Ravlison in the middle. Vasquez, that was a surprise to me. That was a surprise to me because I thought they played well the last game. But I understand why he did that. Vasquez as a cam. Took out Legit. That's good with me. Put Alvarez. That was at least a surprise to me. That's 2 games in a row that he put him in the start lineup. And guess we'll talk about it later, but I thought that was a big surprise. And Grand Sir also starting again for the 2nd game in a row. Vanny doing big things because he never started Grand Sir 2 games in a row, I think.
Surprised that he did something right.
Yeah. And Chicha, of course, up top, man. Our strikers, our DP that supposed to be making his money on goals, and I guess we'll see how that happens. But of course, at least me and Eddie, we have our reservations, and I guess we'll get into that in a bit.
Okay. Cool. So you saw it, Willis. How'd you feel when you saw it?
I saw it, and I felt Vanny felt like, you know what, we were doing something right in this last game against RSL, which I agree with, and he didn't change much except for Legit, which I thought, you know what, I thought we as a collective group thought that Legit was the worst player from the last game. So I feel like he's hearing our podcast and he's hearing our cries, guys. So
we're not crying out enough because I still see one forward.
Yeah, well, he's doing it bit by bit, guys. Bit by bit. Let's go. Little by little. Baby steps. We're getting there. We're getting there little by little. Yeah, he put Vasquez instead of Legit, and I thought that was a good move. As we get further onto the game, I thought he also made a good move, and the way the game transpired was just started off good and kind of dip off a little bit, but that's later on in the game.
Right. Edgar, saw the lineup.
I was a little surprised that Legit wasn't in there. I figured, got so used to seeing him in there no matter what, right? And then he wasn't, so I was like, oh, okay. I was also a little surprised that Cabral wasn't back in the starting lineup. And I don't say that because I'm longing to have him back in the starting lineup. I was just surprised because I would think that maybe whatever issues Cabral has been having would be ironed out or figured out in practice. And somehow he find his way to the starting lineup, right? Especially for a game like this. But no, he wasn't there. Instead, we got, Efra in there. So that's about it. And then everything else is pretty much the same. I mean,
backline was the same.
I mean, I see Sega in there, and I'm like, can we do better than this? But because I keep telling you guys, man, every time I see him, I'm like, damn, that's an automatic goal right there.
I agree and disagree at the same time, but
no, you can only agree or disagree.
All right, Jacob
Sorry.
and Brian, share some thoughts, man. Brian, you take the lead on the lineup. Jacob will give you some color commentary.
My biggest takeaway from this lineup was the starting of Vasquez. I've said this on the pod before. I'm not a big fan of his game right now. He did have an assist on this game, but even then, he started off a little shaky. Waiting for the 2 strikers to start off from the bat. We need that, especially in the position that we are right now when we need to win the most points that we can in these last, 7 games left? This could have been a perfect opportunity.
I think it's 6 games left.
6 games. Perfect opportunity. Put 2 strikers up there and, demolish this team from the beginning. Didn't happen.
Can you check if Jacob's mic's off, Brian? Sorry. He's good? Ivan?
No, it's good right there. Yeah, I mean, it was a perfect opportunity today to score some goals. Playmaking wasn't all there. Just defensive mistakes too as well.
Yeah, no.
All in the lineups, the change-ups.
There you go. That's my nephew. Smartest fucking conversation you ever heard. Right? God damn, you heard that, fucking genius.
And that's news across the guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
when I croak and I get too old for this, you're in good hands. My nephew's got this.
Yeah, for sure. He's right though. He's right. He's absolutely right.
So,
I mean,
fuck, man. I say this all the time. So the game starts. But fuck, I hate saying it now because the game starts and it's the same fucking thing. Right? The last fucking 5, 6, 7 weeks, dude. What was the numbers? What is? Not 6, not dude. How many times are we gonna come out and look this way?
Every
The
game from now on.
same thing. It's
Not
so
4,
predictable.
not 5, not 6, but 7 more times
But
at least.
And you know what? And you know what sucks as a fan, as people that watch it, at
We
least
fall
try
for
to
it.
watch it closely as we do, and anybody else that's a listener. It's like, dude, coming out dominating possession is meaningless to us now, right? Looking good coming out is fucking meaningless at this point, dude. It is. It really is.
It should be
Anybody-
meaningless, though. It always has been meaningless.
No,
It's
it's
just so
more.
many
I think
people.
more now than before. Do you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, of course, but you win in the stats, not on the sheet.
I'm not trying to even be funny, man.
See, the thing is, Galaxy isn't built to be a counter-attacking team. We don't have
Yeah.
a speed up top. You don't have somebody like
Nobody can get in
Joseph
behind.
Martinez or-
Nobody can get in behind.
yeah, and like it's not. I mean, can you imagine if a Galaxy just decided to be like, "Hey guys, let's just play D the entire game." The D is so leaky as it is, you know.
Mhm.
It's like shooting yourself in the foot. But you're right. You're absolutely correct in that it's become so predictable what's been going on in the field because they have all this possession and they'll generate the occasional chance here and there, but they just can't get the ball into the back of the net. And it's frustrating because sometimes it looks like it's a clear opportunity that any given day you could bury that. But no, for God knows what reason, it just doesn't go in. I mean, it could be Chicha, it could be Cabral, it could be I don't know, Vasquez. You know, it's just it's like I was saying on the last podcast at the beginning of the season, we're like, damn, we look good. That's because people were coming up with clutch goals. Think about it, like right from the very first game, Sacha came up with that clutch goal against Miami. And we saw a lot of that happen throughout the season. Revelason scoring goals when, you know, nobody expected him to. Stuff like that. You know, even Grand Sur scoring, you know, when nobody expected him to. But that's not happening right now. Nobody's coming up clutch. And Chicha, who should be, I mean, he's had enough time now to get acclimated. He just hasn't. And it's not happening. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. You think to yourself, at some point they're going to get it together, but they haven't. And if you can't get up for like the biggest, you know, your biggest rival aside from San Jose, right? Then look at yourself in the mirror. What are you doing? I mean, you're stuck in this mode. Get out of it. A little slap to the face, something.
Well, the thing with Chicha, I get the frustrations with him, but we all have to remember he's not a playmaker.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to feed him the balls. We don't have that at all. On this team, the guy that's supposed to be our cam is too old. Two of them are too old.
But yeah, exactly. That's
The
what I was about
one
to
that is
say.
supposed to be next up, you put him on the wing. And when you put him in the middle, I'm talking about Efra, he doesn't really have that magic. Who else is there? You have the boy, a national player with the U.S. national team who needs that jersey of the national team under the Galaxy jersey to actually show up on the field. Who do we have?
Unfortunately.
So the frustration is there, but even more than having the offensive frustrations, it's the defense. That defense leaks goals like bad plumbing.
The defense is like it's like beating a dead horse to pieces and then burying it and then bringing it up again and beating it some more, man.
Because
It's like,
we're getting scored on.
Don't
We're
talk
getting
about
scored on a
stairs like
lot.
that. Come on.
We're getting scored on a lot, and we're not creating chances to score on the other side to outscore the other team to try to come out with results.
All right,
no.
all right, hold on. Now that Edgar's done talking about beating off a horse, so I want to talk about Vasquez.
Gee, Rick.
Vasquez, to me, we're gonna get to the goal, right? But before any of the goals, Vasquez was, in my opinion, the weakest link on the field, man. Vasquez continues to show this is a 30-game season, right? And why he shouldn't be starting. And man, I feel bad for the guy. I do. But he was turnovers, turns, slow point, other side of the ball, couldn't defend. Oh, I see you doing your gestures over there, Willis. Go ahead, dude. Just
Make it this simple. Would you rather have Nico Felcher in the field or Vasquez in the field? It's that simple.
that's not a fair question.
How's that not a fair question? They're both liabilities. They both have their strengths. They both have their weaknesses. One more than the other. The only thing different is they're in different positions. So would you rather have the liability up at top, or would you rather have the liability in the back end?
Oh,
Not just that. Not just that. You've seen what Vasquez can do. And he showed it exactly in this game what Vasquez can do and what he's capable of and what nobody else on this Galaxy team is capable of. He has shown that week in and week out that nobody else in this fucking team is capable of unlocking the defense the way he is.
Well, but the thing is,
As old as he is, there's no consistency in any other Galaxy player doing this at all. So the question is Vasquez good enough offensively to stay in the game, even though he's so bad defensively? And that's also the Nico Felcher question, where to me Nico Felcher is not. He's such a liability, especially in the back, where you got to get that dude out of there. It's painfully obvious, at least to me. I don't know how it looks to you. Vasquez is not in there to defend. Vasquez, get this through your head, is not in there to defend. He's in there to unlock the defense, which he has been doing the last 2 to 3 games. Do you want him to defend? Do you want him to defend? Of course you want him to defend.
It's not even on the defensive end.
So you're making my point even more, where Vasquez is not a liability on defense, and he's unlocking the defense for you. What more do you want? There's no other Galaxy player that can provide this for you. Give me another Galaxy player on this roster that can provide these type of assists, this type of vision. Tell me who is that soccer IQ that can unlock the defense. Tell me.
Nobody. But this is why you go with 2 forwards. When you have Jonathan Dos Santos, who is playing amazing next to Revolucion, you let them 2 just run the middle. You have your 2 strikers who could create chaos up top. You don't need a Vasquez. Vasquez's age is already showing. We don't need that in there anymore. And every time that he has the ball in this game, in the first 10 minutes, I think, he had a ball where he gave it away easily. Like, you could tell his legs are just, they're not there anymore. You got to bring him off the bench in the last minutes if you want to do that type of.
So if that's the case, then Kleshin should also be off the team.
I'm not saying off the team. I'm saying not starting.
No. Okay, so Kleshin should also see just as much time as you think that Vasquez should see.
And I would rather have Kleshin in there.
No, of course, no, they're the same. It's the same person. It's the exact same person.
It's not. Throughout the season,
the exact
Sasha Klesha has gone
person.
90 minutes and showed us that he could hold down that center mid.
So has Vasquez.
He ain't showing it now.
He's not showing it now. He's not showing it now, but he has showed it.
Go ahead, Edgar.
No, in my opinion, I feel like the 2 are interchangeable to a certain point. But I feel like Clayson is a much more complete player that can provide a lot more on offense and can play a lot longer. I'm not like Vasquez in small doses, he does great things for this team in small doses. But to ask him to do this from start to finish, from box to box, it's asking for a lot, because he doesn't have, like Brian was saying, he just doesn't have that stamina anymore. And it's not his fault. It's just, he's an older player. Clayston, it's kind of the same with him, but I feel like he's not to that point as Vasquez. He also has a good footballing IQ. He has a lot of experience. But I feel like the team would benefit from having one of the 2 start and then subbing them out and then bringing in the other one at the other point, because that way you maintain a guy that has that kind of mentality, that kind of footballing IQ, that leadership ability on the field in any given moment. But we haven't seen that. I mean, or we've only seen it, in rare occasions.
But
So
that's why I said they should interchange with each other. That's what I
I don't know
was.
about interchanging with each other, but maybe overlapping. But at the same time, you have to think about who else could be stepping in, whether instead of Vasquez or Clayton,
Yeah.
that can also provide an offensive boom, because it's like one of the Lobos said. I think it was you, Willis. You said, um, we need to score some goals, right? Because the defense is always going to give something up, right?
That's Brian said that. Yeah.
Brian said that, right? We're always giving up goals. You knew that. Like I said, I saw Sega on the lineup, we're like, boom, automatic goal for the Levas. So at this point, it's got to score goals, more goals than the other team, and it's not happening, and that's frustrating. That's really frustrating.
And it comes down to having that lineup where we have that one cam. It hasn't really worked out for us in the second half of the season, where especially now towards the end of it, where we actually need some results. Why not put the two strikers up there from the beginning? I still don't get why that hasn't happened. It's not like Joveljic is out of shape.
No,
I think
no.
to be honest, I think at this point,
here's a good question for you guys. At this point, Cabral's out of the equation, right?
No.
no,
You don't think so? You still think he can bet?
I think Edgar's onto something, because as mad as Vanny has been at him these last couple games, he's always played him, right?
I mean, it's the whole argument of like, give the kid a chance, give the kid a chance,
Yeah.
give the kid a chance, and it's like he wore out his chances.
And yeah, I kind of agree with Edgar that this could be something that it could be something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be an injury. Maybe he's just resting him for whatever reason. I don't know, but he didn't play him midweek, and he didn't play him this game. So that
could be probably one of those.
It could be much ado about nothing, but I think there is something there.
Maybe they're shutting him down for the season, telling him, "Hey,
shredding him down." He doesn't need shredding. He needs bulking.
No. I'm saying shutting him down for the season, telling him, "Hey, absorb as much as you can for the last few remaining games. Maybe we'll get into the playoffs, and get some playoff minutes. But for right now, he's had a lot of pressure on him. He's been under the microscope, obviously being a VP.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, try to limit the amount of emotional damage, because you go in there every single week, and, you just don't score, right? And the fans start to get on it. And
I think he's heard it too. I think he's heard it loud and clear.
People on Twitter have been saying, it's real lonely on Cabral Island, right? And so at this point, it's like, okay, give the kid a break. Let him take the rest of the season off. Maybe he'll come in a few minutes here and there. Learn as much as you can off the bench. Learn the league more. Take, and then during the off season, prepare. Train with some of the guys. Maybe spending the entire weekend with Chicha, on the beach or something. Playing some Call of Duty or whatever. And then next week, just come in with a fresh new attitude, and see what you can go. Yeah. But for now, I mean, it seems like they're moving on. I really think Joveljic deserves a lot more minutes up there. But
for sure.
I'm not the manager.
My name's not Vanny.
Speaking of Cabral, on the flip side of that, the person who has started over him, Samuel Grancer.
Oh, that man.
A spectacular.
That man.
On the 19th minute, Vasquez, who I thought was having a shit game, gives him a dime. Gives him a dime to tie us up at 1.
He just puts it on the money.
I see that with Grancer.
Beautiful pass. I mean, chef's kiss, baby.
Yeah. Those are what reminds me when we used to play as little kids, right? When you see somebody who is just above, at least IQ wise, is above everybody else who's on the field.
Yeah,
that's what I saw. That's what I saw with that pass, and then obviously Grancer with the athleticism that he has, and just ran around the goalkeeper.
You know what? We didn't even talk about the Levas goal. We got to go back to that.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, I think it was 3 people that messed up on that play. I think it was Revolucion, Sega, and the Pew.
To be honest, I don't think it was a mess up, but I know that Edgar has a different view on it.
Go ahead, Edgar.
Has a different view on it.
It's always Sega. He's always in the middle of this stuff. I mean, you say, "Oh, he's not tall enough." You know what? When you play defense, you're gonna run against some guys that are freaking, Peter Crouch tall, right? And you still got to find a way to fight with them in the box. You got to box them out. You got to get your body in between them and the ball. Make it difficult for them to try to get up. I'm not saying like you do some dirty stuff where you grab their shirt and smack them in the kidneys like I used to do sometimes, but just try to make it difficult for them to try to even get into that position. Once again, another goal comes through. It's the Sega Highway, baby. It's like, go back and look at all our highlights from the last 8 weeks. And I bet you like about 80% of those goals, maybe more. You see Sega right there, like, in the scene of the crime.
And you know what, too, dude? I don't even think he had a bad game today.
No, he actually he picked himself up. He actually, fought for some balls, and I saw him actually at one point. He sprinted. It reminded me of like in Lord of the Rings when Gimli's like, our dwarves are wasted on long runs. We're good sprinters,
Yeah.
So,
I would disagree where you would put the fault on Sega. I understand the logic behind it. Yeah, you gotta blame somebody, and he was the closest one to it. But there were so many things in that goal that went wrong, and a good offense will always beat a good defense. He just rose up so high that, dude.
So we're obviously talking about the goal, right? Sorry.
Yeah, the stupid level goal. Yes, we're talking about that.
It's either all three of them or nobody, right?
Oh, that's why, and none of them, and I mean Edgar.
It was a good goal, but I just see, like I said, Sega's there again at the scene of the crime.
Okay, I'll give you that because you're right that these past couple games it's always been, oh look, Sega. Oh shit. Oh, Sega.
Because he's always the prime suspect.
Another Sega.
Other teams are scouting him, man. All the other teams are like,
you're right.
Hey, run at this guy, run through him. Get the ball over at him. You can out jump this guy. You can outrun this guy. You can out hustle this guy.
I get it. At least for me, that goal it was just more the offense was just better than the defense, and it's something that at least for me as a defender, when you do the best you can do, and you get beat by the offense, that's the most you could have done, and you just kind of tip your hand and like fuck it.
You're telling me that if we have Walker Zimmerman back there instead of Sega,
bro,
it's the same as wrong.
There's no what ifs of players.
No. I'm just saying. You're talking about
that. Then if we had Zlatan instead of Chicha, we would have been fucking first place. So there's no what ifs, man. We're talking about the players that we have now.
Yeah, so I'm saying, it's unfortunately we have a guy who's deficient at his job. If we had like a guy with a better skill level, then we wouldn't see so many of these goals.
All right, let me ask you a question. A relevant question. Derek Williams was on the field. He started. Does that change anything on that corner?
He's a lot faster.
That doesn't change it because it's a set piece. Does not change it.
It's just a question. I'm just throwing it out there. There's no right or wrong answer, obviously.
When I say he's a lot faster, I'm saying he can get into position to make it difficult for that guy to get to the ball.
I do the 6'4". He jumped so high. He got over Depew, got over Robinson, got over Hamalainen. That's what you can do. 6'4", you jumping, but 42 lateral. Dude, that's nothing you can do. Okay. In my opinion.
All right, so can we talk about something favorable to us?
Well, we already talked about the goal.
Oh, wait, I mean, I'm pretty sure it came out like 5 minutes after, right?
The goal came after.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I was going to say about the goal that I felt was, it was a beautiful goal. The setup, the run into the box, the nice shot by Grandsir. I was so happy he scored because just a few minutes earlier he got caught, and he got a yellow. It was a pretty dodgy foul. And you're like, damn. But good for him to be able to, to battle back and make up for that mistake. He hasn't scored in a while, but it's not for lack of trying. He's one of those guys that always keeps pumping his legs, always running, chin up, looking down the field, trying to see what he can do. He's an amazing player. I wish that the rest of the team was able to play with that same kind of energy. Kind of like Araujo on defense, but
It feels like they're the only two, man, that bring it in every week in, week out.
yeah, I mean, it's like you wind them up and let them go. I mean, damn. Can you imagine if everybody had that kind of energy?
I know.
If that was the case, we'd be seeing a lot better soccer.
Yeah. The thing on this first half that I loved about Grand Sir was when he punked and rocked Latif Blessings. That was beautiful. Rocked. It was like two little dudes going at it, and he just said, "Hit the gym," basically. That was nice. And see, that's the type of fire that we need in not just in one player like that. We need it from everybody. And let me ask you guys this: do you guys feel that the players in the locker room believe in what Benny's trying to build?
Yes.
I feel like I think that the younger guys will have to buy into it. I think that the guys that are older or on shorter contracts are probably just here as like, hey, we're here one day. We're not going to be here probably for the end product.
Mm-hmm.
And that's two different mindsets right there. Somebody like Cabral is probably like, this sucks. I'm having a bad year. This is frustrating, but they signed me for the long haul. I'm going to learn and see what I can do as as my career progresses. Somebody like Vasquez or Clayston, they're probably like, I won't be here, maybe 2-3 years from now, but maybe not even next year, Jonah too, so, and they're probably like, let's see what I can do now. And I've done my part in the past, and they're probably like, it's another team, another notch, on my career. So that's different mindsets. The manager's job is to try to get everybody on board and get everybody thinking, because that's one of the things about any sport where you have youthful players and you have veterans that have seen it, done it, been through it, and some of them might be weary and they're just trying to finish their careers on a high note, on a good note, before fading away. And so you got to get everybody working together and that same mentality. But that's where you assign roles. Good leader knows his his subordinates, and will assign roles to them, and also delegate leadership positions to all of them, and give them all a sense of belonging, that they all are an important part of this team. And sometimes
I think he has done that, though. I think he has done that. I think he's made a great job of it. It's just hasn't translated on the field.
So
I think that's the problem.
Pick somebody on this team that you think the role is not defined. Zubac, for example. What's
that
his
the role is not defined?
Yeah.
No, I mean everybody has a defined role. He has told Zubac.
Easy.
No,
I'll keep it easy
he
one.
knows his role.
I'll keep it
Trust
easy.
me, he knows his role.
I'll keep it easy one till now.
There's some echo, Eddie. It sounds really interesting.
Sorry. I don't know why there's an echo. I keep trying to work it. I'm sorry, everybody, about the echo. I'll give you an easy answer till now, right? Now it makes sense, but 4 weeks ago, maybe not. Jonathan Dos Santos was, in an undefined role. I mean, do you guys disagree? Till maybe the last 2 games, that's the guy that you ask, like, where would he go? Where does he belong? It's so. I mean, that's the best answer I can give you, Edgar. Or actually, no. Totally take it back. Sorry. We're looking at the lineups. I'll give you a now answer. Jovic.
Yeah. Damn, yeah.
Jovic.
What's his defined role?
Yeah.
What's Jovic's defined role? Okay.
Is he a backup striker?
Is he the
here
man?
for?
Because when
Chicha
before
leaves?
Chicha came on,
That's a
you
good
could
one.
start. Before Chicha came back to the team, you could see him starting to really grow into being on the point of the spear, on the attack.
But you also did not have a full Jonah, a full legit, a full Revelison. You still don't have a full backline. So if you're telling me defined roles, I'm sure Vanny has defined
Sorry to cut
roles
you
for
off.
everybody.
Sorry. Hey, Logan Jones, but a good one. Legit.
Yeah, I was
No,
about to.
yeah,
I was about to mention him because
yeah, we are gonna get to legit.
here's the thing about legit. Remember, we always talk about his duality with the U.S. team and the LA Galaxy. With the U.S. team, especially because he's now he's just a consistent call up for Berhalter. His role with that team is defined. Not only is he like one of the more veteran players on the team, but you could see that he is one of the captains on that team. He's probably the vice captain on the team, and he knows to expect that, and he lives up to that role when he comes on. Because when he comes on, the team changes. We saw it in the game against Honduras. You don't see that with the LA Galaxy. It's completely absent. So what is his role with the team?
Yeah. We don't know. To be honest, we don't know.
And that's where it gets important for teams to develop an identity. And what is our team's identity right now? Aside from the same script day in, day out, possession, attack, leaky defense. And then as the game wears on, it's like the energy level just goes up.
I don't, damn. So, well, that's why I asked that question. If you feel that the guys in the locker room buy into the vision of what Vanny is bringing, because like you said, it's been what, with this one's number 8 winless. I mean, we got a point today, right? But those are 8 winless games, and we've dropped points in those 8 game stretches where we should have came up and been in better position to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Think about how many times before the winless streak became like a big thing. Think about how many times we sit here and we're like, hey, let's predict the game. We're like, oh, it's a dub, because those are games we expected to win. And now you look back and you're like, damn, so many failed opportunities. At one point, we were excited because we're like, yeah, they win the next game and they'll be in first by a good margin. And now you're like, dear God, they're barely holding on to a playoff spot.
Yeah,
they don't even look like a good playoff team at this point.
Oh, they don't look like a playoff team at all at this point. I mean, they don't. But do I have faith that this can be turned around? Yeah, I do. And the reason why is because a lot of these Western teams are also looking bad. You're looking at RSL, they might have beat us, but they also lost. You're looking at Minnesota, they didn't beat us, and they also tied.
Well, the West right now is like a freaking dog
It's
town.
it's a free for all.
Everybody's just like barking and like snipping at each other.
Let's just fast forward. This game, terrible, right?
This is why we're not talking about the game.
Right? It lived up to the name,
Trágico,
right?
Eddie.
It lived up to
You
the-
nailed it.
Hold on. I
It
actually
was
muted myself
Trafico.
because of the
It was
echo.
the Trafico,
Let me
yes.
say that again. Sorry, because they're not gonna get what I said. So I want to fast forward through it, right? So because this game was El Trágico, right? This game lived up to it as it always did.
tragic.
Yeah, it was.
There was more
tragic.
interesting stuff going on in the stands than down the field, man.
Yeah. So I just want to wrap up on this game because I want to talk more about the team. Anything else? All right. Did we talk about the goal already? I'm sorry, I had to walk away for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
No, but before we wrap it up the game, just in general, everyone here, how did you feel when the final whistle came around? Did you feel like, okay, this was a well-deserved draw? Or did you feel like, damn, another missed opportunity?
No, you know what? Sadly, it was the feeling I thought I was gonna come in and leave with. It was just like, sadly, I was like, hurry up, so I can go home and wait for the next few games, because this game just had tide spelled all over it. I thought it was gonna be more like a 3-3 tie, but tie was what it was gonna be. Always was gonna be. And unfortunately, we got a worse tie than we thought we were gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the thing. We joked around on this show that if they were to win this game, they'd win out the rest of the way.
I was close though. I was close. It was 5-3.
But this is the thing though. In
5-3.
this
It was a
game,
5-3 tie.
in this game, even it just didn't seem like the team wanted to win. To be honest, either team. Towards the last 20, it didn't really seem like they were attacking aggressively. It was just like, yo, let's just get the point, get the fuck out. And that's basically what the fans felt as well, like Eddie said. And I think it's gonna be the same feeling with every game that's left. Like, hurry up, let's just, get done with the pain quickly. To put us out of our miseries. Let's not make the playoffs. Disappoint us now, basically. I mean, because we don't really want to go through another game like this where we've had, like where we could get some points that we don't at home, especially at home. We're dropping points at home where we should be getting them. And it's a little demoralizing, to be honest.
It was disappointing to me. I mean, before the last show, I predicted a 2-2 draw. And to me, that was the best case scenario. But then to go ahead and watch the game, right, and see how Chicha squandered chance after chance. And then there were a couple opportunities where our guys hit the post, right? And you're like, damn, I know I expected a draw, but man, why couldn't they just win this damn game and prove me wrong? Just shut me up. Even if there's you can win and you can win ugly and it still counts as a W on the board.
Win's a win.
Just win ugly, man. But they can't even do that. It was an ugly draw.
Hold on. First off, who is Mike Jones coming?
4, 4, 3, 1,
Yeah,
8, 7, 5. What is it?
Yeah, sorry, Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones is talking about the echo. I'm sorry, Mike Jones. I apologize.
4, 1, 7, 7, 5.
It's a new setup. So.
Mike Jones.
So I apologize for that. But the chat, real quick. Willis, you get the last thought. If Jacob wants to mention anything, last thought for the game, he can too. But just the chat, get ready for your awards. Get your nag standing. Get your you got Heartman Award. Get your G awards ready because we're about to go there next. Willis, your last thoughts on this game, and then Jacob, if you want to say anything, Jacob, it's fine. If you don't, that's fine too.
Last thoughts, and I'll pass it on to Jacob because I know for sure, dude, this would never stop sucking. I know Jacob never stops sucking. So I will leave you with this. This game, like Eddie said, lived up to the name that Willis had called was El Trafico, which it was.
Yeah.
And obviously I was ridiculously wrong because I called a 5-3. Whatever. I was close. Whatever. I might have been a little bit wrong, but whatever. Point is, look, this was a momentum swinger, not just for us as the Galaxy, but for them as Chivas 2.0. So what we did was kill their momentum, but also somewhat mess up our momentum. We're still in playoff. We're in playoff position. It's still in our hands whether we win and make playoffs or we lose or don't make playoffs. So I'm looking at this game as, yeah, it was a little disappointing that we didn't get the points, but we're still in playoff. This is something that at this point last year, we did not have the luxury to say. So I'm taking that from it and nothing else. Jacob, go ahead. Talk your ear off.
Go, Jacob. Go, Jacob. Go, Jacob. Go.
I mean, going off what Willis said, it wasn't our game the whole game. The momentum was kind of down. Yeah, we just had a lot of opportunities. We didn't finish at all.
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
Hey, that's my nephew, homie. That's what's up. Hey, something I don't think we mentioned. I'm a little buzzed, so I'm not sure if we mentioned it or not.
That you're buzzed?
Oh no, definitely didn't mention that I'm buzzed. But check this out. No Cabral this game. Can't hear me?
No, sounds like you're like off in the distance.
How about now?
We're having all these audio
Better?
issues.
Yes? No? Yes?
This is an encapsulation of the LA Galaxy season right here.
Yeah.
Seriously. Hold
We're
on.
acting it out live for everyone.
Just fix it. I will fix it.
You got it, Eddie. I believe in you.
Here we go. Better, right?
Exactly. I believe in you.
There we go. A lot better.
Here we go.
So again, no Cabral.
Yeah.
Was that surprising to
Big
anybody?
surprise.
You
Yes.
know, I have a friend who's like first time season ticket holder of the LA Galaxy, learning about the sport, and he texted me, "Hey, at the end of the game, he's like, you know what was the best part of this game?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "No Cabral." I'm like, "Damn, you're
bullshit.
cold, bro."
But okay, I noticed it, but it had to be brought to my attention that there was no Cabral. What does that say about the impact that he really has on this team?
Damn, it's true.
Well,
Because I didn't notice that he wasn't on the field until I really thought about it. Like, damn, he wasn't on the field.
But less obvious opportunities as well than previous games.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
But
The thing about
also less
Cabral,
missed
though,
ones.
I mean, if you really look back
No,
at it,
it-
yeah, exactly.
no. If Cabral would have been playing, we would have been talking right now about all the missed opportunities and all the soft shots he took on goal,
There you
and
go.
how we were like beating ourselves up over it. But no, he wasn't even in there, so we can't even talk about that. So
That's the thing, though. I didn't even be like, I was not. My first thought when the game ended was not, damn, you should have brought Cabral in. I don't know how you. I don't know how you guys felt.
I actually had the opposite feeling.
Wow.
I think last game he had a okay game. This one he probably could have turned it up a little bit, especially knowing that it's a rivalry. I mean, it is a rivalry.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody accepts it now. He probably could have came in and changed it a little bit. Tie legs from Efra.
Sorry.
Tie legs from Efra. You know, he probably could have came in and done a little bit more damage. And to be honest, Efra had an amazing game again, starting. So
that's
fuck
something
you,
we're gonna
Eddie.
get through. That's something we're gonna get through at the end.
Okay.
How you guys did not, but we'll get. Let me,
All right.
let me get to
All right,
that.
so we're gonna give all kinds of awards now, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Jacob, I'm gonna ask you, how do you want to do this? So, in this show, we have few awards we give out, right? So, we have. I know you don't support your uncle. It's fine. We have what's called the NAG Standing Player, which is like your equivalent to your MVP. We have your Geo Award, which is your like non-MVP, like the opposite of your MVP. And then we have your You Got Heart Man. It's like your honorable mention. Jacob, name the first one we're gonna go with.
What do you mean?
How do you want to start? Which one do you want to give out first?
The MVP, worst player, or the honorable mention.
Start with worst player.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's
Ooh,
someone to
that's a
choose
good one.
from.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
Go for it.
Yeah.
God damn it. I want to pick too many. But, which is crazy, man. No, actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to go that route. I don't want to go first for this reason. If we do a dishonorable mention, then I'll give it. But Hämäläinen was easily the worst player there. Eating up, bad passes. God damn. Take that guy away from a soccer field, man. Put him on a track and field. That's cool, but soccer field, get the fuck off that pitch, bro. That's it. That's it. I have nothing else to say. I'm sorry, Hämäläinen. You probably Nico. You're te pasas, Nico, but you're probably a good guy, man. But yeah, easy Joe work for me.
I think that's gonna be a sweep because he was easily the worst player on the pitch. Nico Hämäläinen Felcher is he's just all speed, to be honest. On defense, he's a liability. On offense, he can't get a pass to the right guy. It sucks because I mean in this game we didn't miss Villafaña a lot. He probably could have helped us out a little bit more offensively. Yeah, this guy is not. It's not it for us on the left back. Sorry, Nico. You get the game is off award.
Nico se pasa.
Se pasa.
Nico se pasa. Y se pasa de Berg. And a lot.
Same
I
award
don't know.
for you?
I don't. Yeah. Well, like Brian said, and I think how you said I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a sweep. I mean, I don't know how Edgar feels. It might be different depending on who he feels was the worst player. But I'm a lion, man. It was just I felt every time, and I know for a fact that the good old Bobby You know, that's what I call that man. And you know why. And you know why I call him Mr. Bobby. He felt and he knew that he could take advantage of that side where Hamalainen was at. And he took full advantage of it. And that's how they got to our weak spots. It's exactly how he created both goals from Hamalainen's spot. I do not know how he, at least as a defensive player, got a professional contract. I do not know how
that's a little too harsh.
No. As a defensive player, I do not know how he got a defensive contract as a defensive player. Maybe
I don't know his
I can
history.
understand.
I don't know his history, but he was, if he was a MLS super draft pick, I get it.
MLS defender.
Super
That
draft pick.
level.
Super draft. Super draft.
That level of defender for MLS is really low, and he still does not meet that level by a long shot. Then there's something wrong. And that our left side was so exposed the whole game that I thought we were gonna get scored on at least 4 goals.
Quick question.
Every
Quick
time
question.
they came to that side,
Quick question.
I thought it was gonna
Quick
be a goal.
question. Yes or no? That's what I want. You bring up Acosta now and you drop him?
Yep.
Cool. That's all I needed.
Yep.
All right, Edgar.
I like to always shit on Sega because he usually does something to deserve it. But
do you believe it?
Believe what?
Him to be the Jew over.
No. I was gonna say Hamalainen, but I was just bringing up Sega because he's always been like a lightning rod for
Yeah, well, that's a close second. Yeah.
But I would say Hamalainen, and it at first I didn't notice it, but now it's becoming so blatant, like week in, week out. It's just too much to ignore, man. And it's so disappointing that you have somebody as talented and as energetic as Araujo on the right side, and then you got just a freaking wasteland of talent the rest of the way across the defense, especially on that left side. It's something that the team needs to address. I feel bad because our good friend, Captain Dan was on here and he was taught, at the beginning of the season, he was telling us about how much they were going to work on the defense and how they're going to put the fear of God in these guys and make sure that, they come out there and defend the colors and defend the badge. But that hasn't been the case. I know that he expects better from his players, but given the fact that MLS doesn't really invest into defenders, especially at an international level, you got to take of what you got to work with what you can get, right? And for us to have such paltry defense, damn, it's disappointing, especially because Banny was also a defender. So
that has something to say with it.
Hey Jacob,
that has a big
Jacob. Just say Nico.
Nico.
Cool. So Jacob agrees with.
Jacob agrees with all of us, right? So Jacob, we have honorable mention left, and next standing.
Next standing, yes.
Next, what's the word you want to give, Jacob?
You're Jacob, not me.
I guess best player probably.
Do you have one,
Jacob.
by the way? Do you have one?
Jacob.
I don't know. Do you guys have one?
Damn, it was not a first date, you asshole. I don't mind going first. To me, this is easy. I think it's easy. I mean, it might not be a sweep. It's also not a surprise if we don't sweep. I think it's deserved, just longevity wise. It's Grand Sur, man. Grand Sur just out there, just giving it his all, and a guy that showed desperation maybe a couple days ago. Somebody has their speaker on, by the way. That echo's not coming from my end, just so you know. So that goal took a lot of composure, right? He got a through ball, a guy that had been thirsty and desperate for a goal, touched it around the keeper. I loved it, man. And he's just a guy that hustles and bustles all fucking day, all fucking game, whether he starts, whether he comes off the bench. dude, Grandsir can like you can argue could be the best player on this team. Can be, I'm not saying he is today right now, but he can be.
You're right. Actually, you're right for these last couple weeks because it's obvious that he is. It's obvious that he is a difference maker, and there's a reason why, or at least why Vanny had an eye on him. I feel. So yes, you're right. You're right that he is one of the best players on our team, and he has been the best player on our team that is performing really bad right now. With that said, he is not my honorable mention
Next standing.
or next standing.
We're
He
doing
definitely
next-
is not my
We're
next
doing
standing.
next
next
standing.
standing.
Who's yours?
Who's yours?
It's all right.
And my next standing
Don't say it.
for this game,
Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and I might stir it, and it might be shaken, but it's gonna be Jonathan Bond.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Mr. J. Dot Bond. Yes, covalent bond come together. Yes,
Hey,
that's
shoot-
what I
shoot
am
the screen,
talking
shoot
about.
the screen.
Woo,
Shoot the
this
screen.
man,
Shoot the
this
screen,
this man. Woo, boo-doo-doo-doo. This man. Wow. For a goalie that is what 6'1", 6'2", it's supposed to be short for his position. He has one of the quickest reflexes I think I've ever seen for a goalie. Besides, I think Iker Casillas, and that is also a smaller goalkeeper that I've seen in international football. Point is, look, Jonathan Bond saved what 4 shots. Had that fucking goal. He had that goal. If it wasn't for a deflect, and Jonathan Bond he kept us in the game. He kept us in the game, and he constantly keeps giving us a chance. How many times have we given him the next standing player for being a goalie and a defense that is the 4th worst in the league?
Yeah, you're right.
Damn.
You're absolutely right.
Damn.
Brian,
Damn. So next standing Bond. Go for
Go
it.
ahead, Edgar.
Next thing I'll give it to Samuel Gansu.
Mhm.
The guy, like I said earlier, he's one of those guys that that whenever he hits the field, you're gonna get a good performance. When he doesn't, it's kind of a shocker because we come to expect just such great things from him, especially after his wife gave birth. I mean, the guy's been like, "Damn, I'm gonna impress my kid," right?
Mhm.
I mean, without him, obviously, the game doesn't end in a 1-1 draw. He scored a fantastic goal. He didn't hurry himself. He actually took the pass, carried the ball into the box, found his angle, and took a shot, and it was just beautiful. And he was just an impact throughout the rest of the game. He kept just kept battering those LAFC players, and to the point where they're probably like, "Damn, this guy, we're gonna be thinking about this guy, on the way home and all night long, motherfucker."
No blessings is.
Yeah. No, blessings are that dude is our whipping boy, man. I mean, we throw that dude around all over the place, man.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, but
He's always our son.
to Samuel Ganser, I mean, he's one of those guys that we're very lucky to have him on the team. It's sad because he's not a DP, unlike Cabral, and he's had a bigger impact on the team. But yeah.
I'm gonna go different from Edgar and Eddie, and of course from Willis.
I like it.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a player who I think has been playing pretty well alongside this Frenchman.
Is it
And
the
it's in his-
is
in
it the
his
clapper? Is it the clapper?
And it's been beautiful to see, especially him being a DP and the high hopes that we've had for him since we brought him in.
It is the clapper. It is
Jonathan Dos Santos. Is the next
definitely.
time. He's
Fuck yes.
everywhere on the field. The way that Revolution lets him play and just be himself in that center mid, It's beautiful to watch. I mean, I wish we could have seen this way earlier in his career and maybe way earlier in the season. But due to injuries and everything that he's gone through, I get it. But right now he's playing really well, and it's something that I want to keep seeing forward. Maybe we don't bring him back next season as a DP, but if we could keep him somehow. Him and Rebels falling at center midfield are they could be key pieces to his team. So Jonathan Dos Santos gets the next name for me this time.
Jacob, we just need a name, last name, first name, whatever you want. Best player. Did you fall asleep on us?
No, I
Nickname,
didn't
last name,
Are you just that like
a
king-tied?
He's
name,
hibernating, dude.
maybe a letter. If you could give us a letter, it would be good.
Sebastian Legit, maybe.
There you
Ah.
There you go.
The guy everybody loves to hate.
That's my
They
nephew,
love,
by the way.
they
My nephew
love
knows
to
how
hate
to
the
work the
boy.
crowd.
They
He's-
love
he's
to hate the
definitely
boy.
my nephew, right? Fucking showman. Whatever. I'm not gonna talk to him. All right. So last
mention.
one is you've got heart, man. I'll just go next because if he's off Brian's, it makes it easier. It's Jonah. Jonah, the guy we give him so much shit. Still on a DP, but dude, now after these last 3-4 games, I hope he takes the TAM. I hope he takes the TAM. That's all I'm saying. I hope he takes the TAM. Right? You guys don't hope he takes the TAM? And I'm not even I feel I'm not gonna be the only one that picks him in this game. So that's why I will not say anymore. All I'm gonna say is I hope he takes the TAM. And thanks to Willis's comments, you're next.
Willis, you fucking idiot. Why do you have to open your mouth? But with that said, Eddie is absolutely right. We need the one, the only, the clap, Pitan, bum bum, bum bum. Yes. El Capitan, like Brian said, that was also my second choice for next standing, but I felt that Bond deserved it more. But dude, Jonathan Dos Santos, since he's been paired up with Ravelisson, has been something else. And you gotta recognize it because it's been a while since we've seen Jonathan Dos Santos be that freely, that open every single time. Every single time. And it's something beautiful, but yeah, I hope he takes a time. I doubt that he will, but I mean, all the best thing you could do is just offer it to him, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
My honorable mention, the You've Got Heartman award goes to El Niño,
Nino.
Efrain Alvarez. Again in the starting lineup, again, the confidence that he's had. We've talked about this. The confidence that he came back with from that Gold Cup. There's a couple games that he didn't show it, but there's been times where off the bench, he's been a spark. These last two games as a starter, he's been a little bit more than solid. So, you know, let's give him some credit. And that's up yours, Eddie, because you're the one that hates him the most. Go ahead, Eddie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will continue to hate him. Hi. Was that all the awards?
Edgar has to give his honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm not giving my honorable mention. That I would say Jonathan Bond. Jonathan Bond is one of the reasons that this game ended like it did because he stopped some shots that, I mean, any lesser defender, goalkeeper would have probably allowed, especially at the MLS level. But you know, like you guys been saying, we've been saying all season long, he keeps us in games. He gives us an opportunity to try to win games, and unfortunately, the guys in front of him have been letting him down, especially this last run, the last 2 months. As a goalkeeper, it must be. I don't want to keep saying the word frustrating, but it must be difficult to have to get up every morning, or get up on the morning of game day and be like, damn, I wonder which one of these fools is gonna, let a goal come in, and then, I'm gonna have to try to do some other acrobatic stuff to try to keep us in the game. But it's fine because we get to see him in action and we get to appreciate what we have. If only we could get a better defense in front of him, and then we could really see him shine. Can you imagine having somebody like him with a defense like we had with Pinedo? You know, I mean, oof,
Yeah.
it'd be championship caliber, man. But we don't have that. We can only speculate. We can only wish. But for right now, appreciate Jonathan Bond for what he is, and for how long we're gonna have him. Because who knows, he might be gone. He might be here now and gone tomorrow. And tomorrow never dies.
Da-da,
All right.
Raw checks, baby.
Stop. So we're gonna go to questions.
Yes, please.
But I'm reading out the
Yes.
schedule real quick, and it's just yes or no in playoffs. Okay, I have to read it out first, even though you have your answer. Okay, so read it out. So I'm gonna do the schedule real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. Galaxy away to Portland. Sorry, Galaxy home to Portland. Galaxy away to Houston. Galaxy home to Dallas. Galaxy away to Kansas. Galaxy away to Seattle. Galaxy closes out home to Minnesota.
Fucking hey.
Playoffs. What is yes or no?
I wish you would have asked me this before, bro. That does not sound good. Does not sound good, but no need to worry. Bond is here.
Okay, so that means you don't feel that good. So that means definitely not at home.
No, we're winning these fucking games. We're winning these freaking games. We're winning these games.
Yeah, but
Let's
no,
go. We
but no
winning now.
playoffs at home.
But we getting playoffs. Are we getting playoffs?
Yes.
I say playoffs. I say playoffs. Yes, I think we get playoffs.
At home?
We get first round home.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Edgar,
let's go.
Playoffs?
No, I've been saying this all along. I'm sticking to my guns. I told you guys from the beginning
Don't do
before we got to the whole 8-game run where we're like, we're gonna do it. And I said, no, it's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening. I said, out of these 8 games, we're only gonna have 2 dubs. And I said it's gonna be against Dallas and against Minnesota, and the rest of the time it's gonna be losses. The game against LAFC, I said it was gonna be a draw, and it turned out to be a draw. And I don't see us winning. Portland's gonna come in and roll us. I mean,
Yeesh.
it's just the way it is.
Hey,
You gotta be
no,
realistic.
Edgar's a smart
I hate it when you are right. So
Edgar's a smart man. We all agree.
I want to be optimistic.
I know,
I want to be
I
positive
know.
because what we sell in this show, not just the league is there for entertainment and because we want to see athletes at the top of their peak form, right? What we sell here in Ag is entertainment, right? We want to entertain people. We also want to get our voice out, but at this point, you got to be realistic. I don't see it as playoffs, man. It's just that's the way it is. This is a point where you start to assess who is going to be here next season and who you think is going to be important building for. We talked about how Vanny is, building something for the future. This is when you start to assess who you think is going to be.
The
Just like
building
a year
blocks.
ago, we were having the same conversation, remember? But things were a lot worse. We were like, okay.
Oh, we had a different team too.
We were talking about like, okay, who do you think is going to be around next season? Who should we keep? At this point, you start looking at the roster and be like, okay, who we keeping? Grandsir? Definitely. Sega Coulibaly? Yeah. Right, Jonathan Bond? Hell yeah. Jonah Dos Santos? It's up in the air. So, unfortunately, yeah. Only 2 dubs, man.
Right.
We're not going to make the playoffs, and if we do, I'll be really
Damn.
surprised.
All right,
2 dubs, guys.
After Brian and Jacob, we're getting into questions. So if you have questions, bring them up. Also, if you have something that you want Edgar to write about, bring it up. Like how much Venom sucked, bring that up, please. Because Edgar is a fucking phenomenal, awesome writer that doesn't get enough credit. Boo.
So, I don't know.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
a
play
hater.
punch. Shut
Yeah,
up
he's a
and
hater.
take it. Shut up and
The
take
last
it.
movie I saw in theaters was Onward, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
Anyway.
Last time I saw a movie, I had blockbuster. So shut up.
So yeah, just yes or no in the playoffs. Anyone in the chat, let us know.
Go for it.
So
Damn it, Edgar! You and your right theories. I hate it.
Yeah.
But
I'm-
you are.
hey, you know what? If
Jake-
they prove me wrong, I'll be like, damn. You know, I'll I don't know.
Y'all heard it here
I'll-
first.
if I'm wrong and the Galaxy gets to the playoffs, I'll put in $50 for Zubac tattoo.
Oh,
Y'all heard it here
That's
first.
it?
Please,
That's
let's
it?
go.
You know, if they get home playoff, then I'll put in 100. How's
If
that?
you watching, at least put it on file and say that they make it. Even if they don't make it, just say that they did, and then you'll have it here on file. And you put $50. Let's go.
all right, Jacob. Just all I need from you, yes or no playoff.
yes, depending, because like everybody said, it depends how the Galaxy plays.
That's a weak ass answer.
That was the weakest answer I've ever heard, dude. Just yes or no. All I need is yes or no.
Yes.
You
Ryan,
really good on them, bro.
Take it over.
Let's go. First question. Logan Jones.
Stop. Your answer stupid.
Hammer
I
time.
said I agree with Edgar.
Hammer time.
No, it's
I was gonna say the same thing.
no
that Edgar said.
playoffs.
No playoffs. I think I said this on the last show too.
Ooh, no, you didn't. I thought you
didn't
were
And the
do
show
that.
before.
I thought
No, I
you
don't
were
think
my.
you did.
I thought you were my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't think
And
so
the last show
either.
that I was on, I said they weren't gonna even make playoffs.
Damn. How the tables turn tables. Damn. That's fucked
How
up.
the turntables? Let's go with some questions.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Edgar. Yeah, he's 100%. But Logan Jones, why can't we find good defensive players?
Because there's none.
Because
It's a
it's never
challenge
been
at
it's never been like a real focus for the league. I mean,
No, it's not that. It's just.
the
Yeah.
league that we already discussed this. The league does not invest in good defenders. I mean,
But what
like,
league does?
Premier League, La Liga,
Oh,
I mean,
Premier League.
Italian
look at-
league.
the Italian. I mean, look at the
Serie A.
top teams that are always in the Champions League quarters or the semis. They have some of the best defenders in the world. That's because they
nobody
really. I mean,
invests
but
in
they're good all
defense.
around, right? But how good is it to have a good offense if your defense is garbage, right? You could have like fantastic, attackers, but the moment the ball goes the other direction, and you're gonna allow some goals, and all that goes for naught. So I always worry about that. Like, damn, why can't MLS just invest in a good defender? Even if it's not from Europe, somebody from like Liga MX, somebody from South America, get some good defenders in here. But no,
Well,
they
no,
wanna-
teams do have. What's the thing though? MLS teams do have great defenders
but they're very far
and
and few in
MLS
between.
defenders.
It's very rare, man. It's very rare.
Yeah.
Like there's some. Go ahead.
Sorry, but the answer is very easy. It's like the cap isn't there.
Scout within.
Yeah, the cap isn't there to where like let's invest in defenders. No, the cap is like kind of stupid. It's kind of lopsided. Of course you're gonna. It's your offense is your best defense in this fucking league, dude. Because that's where the money's.
I mean, I've told you before, and Eddie, you've agreed with me that there's been defenders where you can get, and it's been proven, and with the teams that are the best defensive teams now, those defenders are defenders that we should have gone after. We should have gone after, and we didn't, and they were free agents. What? Abubakar. We had Romney, which is one of the best defenders.
Yeah.
You could.
Abubakar was the easiest grab.
Abubakar was the easiest grab.
Lower than
I
Dave Robin's
felt-
not wrong.
I felt was the easiest grab. You could have spent nothing for him and got a great defender.
Well, we lost.
You
Romney in
you
the
had
expansion
we
draft.
lost Romney off the expansion. You could have protected him, easy peasy. Him over Steris. Who do you pick? Obviously, now we know that Steris is a better pick. Okay, cool.
Supposedly.
You spent 10 money on Giancarlo Gonzalez when you should have spent 10 money on somebody like Walker Zimmerman, somebody like
Abubakar.
no, not even Abubakar. Maybe somebody like Keegan Rosenberry, maybe a winger like Wagner.
Brad Smith from Seattle, I think.
Yeah, maybe a Nuhu, maybe a Yamar Gomez, something that can really
This is
strengthen your
you guys
core.
listening to Willis. This is why Willis is winning in fantasy.
Yes and no, because these are names that you should know, especially if you watch the league. If you watch the league, you can see the best defensive teams have the best defensive players, and they're cheap. And I know that Edgar, you say you want to invest on defense, yes, but the best defensive teams don't have the most expensive players on defense. And that's where my argument goes to, okay, well, why am I going to spend that much money on a defense where the defense that wins the league doesn't have the best or does not spend as much on defense?
Yeah.
And we've seen it throughout the year.
Which is funny because Logan Jones also asks about investing money in a young, talented.
Yeah. So how to
Ask your
so
questions now, chat.
explain to us how
If you guys
that
have
would work.
questions.
How would that work according to how you're saying that yes, we should invest on a defense?
You're gonna tell me that those guys that are playing really good defense on Nashville and New England aren't gonna be worth a little bit more after this year?
Oh, but that's smart. That's smart fucking investing. That's
Of
the
course.
worst point.
The thing about Nashville that
Well, hold on. Actually, no. Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off right there, Edgar. What team?
Nashville.
What defender plays there?
Lovitz,
No,
Zimmerman,
our player.
Romney.
Yeah,
Romney.
we make
Romney?
bad decisions. Robbie didn't walk away. Just so you know,
He did not walk away. We traded him. We traded him for what?
Trash.
For nothing.
Nothing.
For trash.
Draft picks, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
No, for allocation money.
Yeah.
It was like 200 target allocation money.
Yeah.
Still traded.
No, then you give up steroids in that case.
That's why. That's exactly what I told you. I mean,
Yeah.
well, but still, I understand where Edgar's coming from because it's true. You have to build from the back. You got to do something different because everybody else is building from the front back. So in order to win the league, you got to do the opposite. You build from the back up, and that's what Tennessee is doing now. And that's what you see Romney, Zimmerman, Lovitz, and they have Johnson right in the back.
Yeah.
They have that back line. It's so solid.
Yeah,
they have a fucking clean sheet every week.
And
they have some good attackers too.
And their defense, no pun intended. Romney was the first trade before Zimmerman. I think Zimmerman came after. I'm pretty sure Zimmerman came after. So
yeah.
You know. Anyways, next question. You answered that question, bro.
We got one last comment from D Godino 87. He says, "I would rather have Depew as a left back than Hamalainen. I'm over him."
Damn. I'd have. What's that? What Hamalainen? Come on.
I say
how much?
Unleash Zubac on the defense, dude.
Hey, we got time. We got time for this. We got time for this.
Give him the Beasley treatment. You know, turn him from a forward into a defender.
All right. I think it's easy to answer. Hamalainen was an experiment and it didn't work.
Ni modo.
Just like the Yoni G last year, man. You know, we're like, yeah, come on, do something. And yeah,
don't bring that up, man. It reminds me of the Pavon years, and I get sad. I'm like, fuck, dude, come on.
You're talking about the
Pavon years, man. The Pavon years.
That does it for the questions, gentlemen. Thank you for everybody who submitted questions and comments.
Guys,
we love you guys.
Yes.
All right.
Keep submitting those questions. Let's go.
All right, let's talk shit real quick.
We should save it for the next time because we are running on.
What's the next game, by the way? Portland?
Yeah, well, let's save it for the next ass we're going to receive.
Oof. Portland. Dang.
I guess we're not getting punished, right?
Oof.
Oh, we have a question. Just one question here, real quick. Question: what to do with Jaden Neal? I'm afraid guys will give him Rami treatment.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't either.
From the little that we got to see of him in preseason, I like his ability to play out the back. That is very rare for a center back.
And that's not just that. His size and his speed is something that's rare, especially in MLS.
Yeah, so hopefully he could develop into something that we could actually use for the first team. And I hope he doesn't get the Romney treatment.
Yeah, either way, he's young. We got to see how he develops. But from what I've seen, he's a very promising prospect. And I'm excited to see what he does, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, and let's see what happens. We haven't had a good defender in a long time, so let's break the curse. Let's break the curse, please.
It almost feels like ever. All right, cool. I think we're good. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Thank you everyone for watching, man. I know it's been a rough last fucking damn.
2 months, man.
8 games.
Couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, just a couple times 4.
Couple
That's what
hours.
8 equals to. We appreciate you guys watching. We do this for sheer love. I just saw a fellow podcaster today. I just don't want to give any this particular podcast true love because I love all of them. I love Corner of the Galaxy. I love Straight from the Stands, Video as Our House.
All of them. There's a lot of them. So
Podcast. Everyone, dude, just
G30 guys.
Simple
Everybody.
Soccer.
yeah, Galaxy Podcast guy.
Yeah, LA Hub this is too, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that does work.
Yeah, we all do.
Shout out to you guys.
We all do this for love. We all do this for fun, and it's so weird when we get acknowledged because we do this for fun. We do it because it's like just hanging out with my boys, and we love the Galaxy at the end of the day, even though we suck right now. So yeah, just make sure to tune in. Make sure to tune into all that. Make sure to follow. Make sure to share. Make sure to hit the like button. If you're not watching this live, make sure you give it a try because you get to watch Jacob falling asleep. Trust me, it's entertaining. Jacob doesn't get to do this ever. His dad doesn't let him. That's my nephew. I had to make sure he gets home safely. So I'm gonna start by saying my name is Eddie Nags. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Napster, Sleepster, where Jacob lives. You want to trade Pokemon cards? Hit me up. Jacob, if you would like anyone to follow you anywhere, just tell them your ads.
At Little Brown Boy.
God damn,
There we go.
You're not that little. Go ahead, Brian.
You can find me on PSN, Instagram, and Twitter as Bryant Nags Willis.
You can find me on Twitter as Willis_89 and just hit me up. I won't answer.
Thank you.
Find me on Twitter as Edgar Nags. So there you go. Look me up.
All right, cool. Hey, Zoo, we'll talk later, bro. Peace out. For Willis, Jacob, Brian, Edgar.
Right.
Keep on nagging.
Right?
Hey, we're going to
Keep on
the intro
nagging.
right now. Let's go.